I never thought a single quiet question could destroy everything I had built. They say curiosity killed the cat, but in my case, it didn't kill me, it just changed who I was forever. My name is Lily. 10 years married to Marcus, the kind of husband most women pray for. Steady, kind, hardworking, the man who remembers how I take my coffee and never forgets to kiss my forehead before leaving for work. Our life was warm, predictable, safe, like a favorite blanket you've had since college. Comfortable. Familiar. Never loud, never dramatic. Until one ordinary Tuesday night everything tilted. Marcus had fallen asleep early after a long day. I was scrolling in bed, the blue glow lighting my face, when a ridiculous clickbait headline popped up. Does size really matter? Science finally answers. I rolled my eyes, but I clicked anyway. The article wasn't crude. It was thoughtful, talking about confidence, emotional connection, the way desire can make everything feel electric. Paragraph after paragraph, my mind kept drifting back to us. Our nights together were sweet, consistent, loving, but always the same. Gentle. Predictable. Marcus is average in every beautiful way, and I had never once complained. I loved him deeply. Still do. Yet that night, a tiny voice whispered inside my chest. What would it feel like, to be surprised? To feel completely overwhelmed? Just once. I shut the phone off immediately, heart racing. This is stupid. Shallow. Ungrateful. I told myself. But the question didn't leave. It followed me into the shower the next morning, into goodnight kisses, into quiet moments folding laundry. It grew in the silence I didn't know how to fill. 3 weeks later I was still thinking about it. I couldn't talk to Marcus. How do you say, I love you but I'm curious about something I have no right to be curious about? I was terrified it would hurt him. So instead I searched anonymously. Forums, Reddit threads, anonymous confessions. Stories of women who felt the same quiet ache and women who crossed the line and never came back. Reading wasn't enough anymore. I needed data. Understanding. One rainy Thursday I created a throwaway profile on a discreet site. No photo. Just a few vague lines. Married. Curious. Discreet. Looking for honest conversation only. My hands were shaking so hard I almost deleted it twice. But I hit publish. Messages flooded in. Crude ones, desperate ones, awkward ones. I ignored almost all of them, until Noah. His first message was different. Hey, I read your profile. Curiosity is human. I'm not here to judge or rush. Just talk if you want. I'm 32, San Diego, divorced, and I get how one question can quietly take over your thoughts. We chatted for hours that first night. He was respectful, playful, direct without being gross. He asked about my life, my favorite books, what made me laugh, then gently circled back to desire, confidence, the thrill of being truly seen as a woman again, not just a wife. For the first time in years I felt, noticed, desired, alive. I told my best friend, Claire, over a secret late-night call. This is insane. I love Marcus. I would never. Claire sighed. Lily, you're not a bad person for feeling curious. Just don't let it grow in the dark. But it already was growing. One evening Marcus was working late. I stared at my phone for 20 minutes before typing. Would coffee be completely crazy? Noah replied instantly. Only if you want it to be. Public place. No pressure. Just two people talking. Saturday 2 p.m., the little cafe by the pier. I said yes before I could stop myself. The next 3 days were torture and ecstasy mixed together. I replayed every conversation. I stood in front of the mirror trying on different outfits, asking the woman staring back, who are you becoming? I wrote in my hidden journal, I'm not planning to do anything. I just want to understand this feeling. Just once. Just to see. Saturday arrived. I told Marcus I was meeting Claire for brunch. He smiled, kissed my cheek, said have fun, love. Bring me back something sweet. My stomach twisted with guilt so sharp I almost cancelled. But I drove anyway. Windows down, heart hammering, radio too loud. Every mile marker felt like a countdown. When I parked outside the cafe, I sat in the car for 10 full minutes, hands on the wheel, whispering, you can still turn around. Nothing has happened yet. Then I saw him through the window, Noah, early, wearing a simple navy shirt, smiling softly when our eyes met. He stood up, respectful distance, and said, you came. I'm really glad. We talked for 2 hours. He listened like no one had in years. He made me laugh. He made me feel beautiful without ever pushing. When he finally said, "I'd love to see you again, but only if you want to," something inside me cracked open. I drove home in the golden evening light, the radio off, tears running down my face. Marcus greeted me at the door with takeout and a hug. I melted into him, guilt and longing and love all tangled together. That night I lay awake beside my sleeping husband and wrote the last page in my secret journal. Curiosity didn't kill me. It just showed me how fragile the line is between I'm fine and I want to feel more. I didn't sleep with Noah that day, but I crossed a different line. One I can't cross. And I don't know yet whether I'll go back, or whether this is the beginning of learning how to want what I already have, deeper. Some mistakes don't start with thunder. They start with a quiet click on a phone screen, a harmless headline, a message that makes you feel seen. They start with believing just once will be enough. I still love Marcus. I still don't know where this story ends. But I do know one thing now. The most dangerous affairs begin not in the bedroom, but in the silence between two people who forgot to keep asking each other the hard, beautiful questions. And sometimes, the hardest lesson is learning how to be curious about the person sleeping right beside you again. Stay till the end. Reflection matters. If this story touched something in you, drop a comment. Have you ever let curiosity quietly grow too loud? And remember, it's never too late to choose the harder, kinder path back to what you already love. Thank you for listening. More real stories of choices and consequences coming soon.